Now, clearly, when you heard or saw the directive, you were not in favour, or put another way, you were opposed to the disestablishment of the task team.
Two main things that would have made me opposed to it. The procedures of it, how it came about, for me it had to reverse that way. That's the first one. The second one, Chair, the letter says there's no value and has achieved nothing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not the letter per se, but it's in the contents of Mary that has achieved nothing. He even accused that it was not supposed to be there. He should have taken President to court for it not to be there. But that it has no value and all, I would not agree. Chairperson, in that province, Pangasita would know. I'm not going to talk about him and me. But in that province, things do flare up now and again. The mandate of this team is to investigate, arrest those people, and create stability. So here they say its work either is done and all that. It's not done. There are cases there. One of the biggest cases that the team is dealing is Nongoma, where the manager, the finance CFO, and the supply chain, they are arrested. Their arrest, as Mary argues, that they are not supposed to. Their arrest comes from the matter of Councillor Mchunu, a 75-year-old. I don't know what's wrong with Councillor Mchunu because President announced on Councillor Mchunu. So there's a 75-year-old Councillor Mchunu that was killed at Nongoma of the NFP. And then when the investigation was done, it was found that the man was paid through the structures of municipality to Ingabi, to the hitman. That's why they are arrested. So that case is still under investigation. Those people are going to go in court. If you disband with immediate, what happens to those cases and all that kind of thing? And the further investigation. Secondly, this team must create stability. Chairperson, through you to this, half of eThekwini councillors are guarded. Those that come from eThekwini would know, are given protection because they fear to be killed. Mostly there would be ANC and IFP. They are still under guard. The municipality pays extra money, pays extra cars for them, pays extra SNT, pays overtime for those policemen. So this stability, for me, is not there. I don't know in other places, but councillors are still under guard. So which means, while a lot of work has been done, but the mission has not been accomplished, maybe I must say so, because there is this argument that there is a time bound for this PKTT. I agree. But task teams and operations are based on two things, on timeline and the accomplishment of the mission. It's not because it's a timeline, so we say 6 months, and 5.5 down the line, people, they shoot each other, said, yeah, guys, we said we stay 6, we are going. No. If the accomplishment of the mission comes early, yes, we can even go earlier. But if it doesn't, those that have authority to extend, which I guess the National Commission would do, it will be so. For me, it can't be measured with the situation that is one councillor. To me, it's a very costly measure to say, because one councillor has just been killed of late, it can go. It is. There should be stability to say, we are sure now that everybody that is causing trouble we have dealt with. Kwanongoma, there was a time when all councillors of all organizations were sleeping at Richards Bay. When the night falls, they get in a bus or taxi, they go, it's 116 kilometers away. They go and sleep there. What stabilized them to come back? There are two things. Those people who were arrested. So there's stability to Nongom. But is that stability all over the province? No. It's not all over the province. As I'm saying, that people are guarded at Tegwin and at a big expense, the councillors. 2 months ago, when I passed at Kwamash Hostel, the councillor there, Gwala, was escorted by the police, people chasing him literally. He's an IFP councillor chased by IFP people. So don't tell me that there is a stability that you can come. So when all those people are removed for me, then that will be established. Then the mission will be accomplished. What happens if you withdraw them and then there's a flare up again? You go and constitute them and all that kind of. So I don't agree with having no value and mission having been accomplished.
So without wanting to put words in your mouth, you seem to say that one shouldn't just evaluate or analyze the successes or otherwise of the PKTT in terms of the number of arrests, the number of prosecutions, and how many years people were sentenced to jail. But where there is a period of relative calm, it could, or in your view, that's also due to the continued presence of the task team.
But the letter itself does say the key mandate was to stop, investigate, resolve the unresolved. Resolve the unresolved, which means it is understood for the fact that people are still guarded, for the fact that the investigation in some municipalities, there are cases that are unresolved that need to be followed and resolved. Even the letter understands. So why do you then stop when the mission has not been accomplished?
What about one of the minister's reasons or arguments also that all South Africans, all of us, deserve and are entitled to protection and to be safe, and not only a selected province or a selected group of people, like in this case, politicians, mostly councillors, but he points, for example, to murders here on the Cape Flats, as you well know, and in other parts of the country now, Westbury, other parts that we read about almost daily. And for that reason, it's not just or equitable to just have a political task team that's focused on one province and one category of persons.
Chairperson, is like saying you have a bread. Instead of buying the bread for those that don't have a bread, you take the bread from the ones that you all go hungry. Instead of buying the bread for those that they don't have the bread. I fully agree. We're all equal. But maybe the books that we have not equality does silently apply sometimes. Some are more equal than others. Chair, it's not true that it's only task team that takes money. From 2021, there's Operation Mkodwemvubu. That is Kwamhlabeyalingana, the cross-border crimes. In Cape Town, there is a Operation Thunder / Operation Lockdown, which takes I don't have figures, but I would suspect that Cape Town one might be even taken more. When is my suspicion? For instance, if you bring 200 police from other provinces and they stay here at the cost of 800 rand a night, and then they go back and they bring the other lot, and they come with the cars. They don't just come alone. They come with the cars from those provinces and they will get SF over time, the allowance that they're not at home. I think is a lot of money. So for me then, it could not be the question of money. It should be then the question of safety of those people. To say only one councillor has been killed so it can withdraw, I hope people are not going to say it's sour grapes. So there is no minister has been shot, so withdraw the PSS. Because not one has been shot there. If your measurement is one dying, why don't you withdraw those that nobody has died? So maybe it's a sour grapes because I'm not there, I don't have the PSS. But I'm trying to show that that can't be the measurement, so that only one person died, so now you can withdraw. When you have expensive unit called PSS that is guarding safe people, and nobody talks about that. So for me, if you have the center of excellence, your effort is to expand it, rather than go and kill the where you have established excellence. That will be my argument.